Hello everybody, and we're back to do another live stream. This time we're going to be talking about the Barbarian. This is still part of the series of the Barbarian that I've been doing for quite some time, and today's topic is supposed to be Indomitable Might. And if you're not part of if you're not normally used to my live streams, make sure you check down in the description for the start time, because if you're not watching the live stream and you're watching the replay, the start time is always down in the description, so you don't have to listen to the sound check and all the rest. And for everybody else, I'll do my presentation, put your feedback in, whether you disagree with me, agree with me, any questions you might have. I expect this video to be fairly short in terms of the content for today, and we'll cover anything that you might have questions about. So, let us get started. Hi, welcome to How to D&D. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons 5e, and we're talking about how to play Dungeons & Dragons 5e. And today's video is about the Barbarian, Indomitable Might, and I'm going to basically cover this fairly quickly. So, powerlifting a wagon is what you do all day now. It's at this point the Barbarian is going to be phenomenally good at lifting things and pushing things and doing anything that revolves around strength. So I'm going to read out the section on Indomitable Might. So please turn to page 49 of the Player's Handbook for details on Indomitable Might. And here it is. Beginning at 18th level, it's about time, right? If your total for your strength check is less than your strength score, so if the total for your strength check, that's when you make a strength check, is less than your strength score, not your modifier, your score, you can use that score in place of the total. So essentially what is taking place is when you make a strength check and it's not going to be the same, equal to, or greater than, or it's less than the check for your strength check, then you can use your strength score. So at 18th level, if you've been doing your homework, it really should be quite high. In fact, it probably should be a 20. So here's a couple of things that I suspect that people will be asking questions about in terms of Indomitable Might. So first off, it's a strength check. Does that mean that I can apply skills that use strength to this? Can I apply them? So, and athletics is the only skill that you can have that uses strength. And the answer is yes, because athletics, being a skill check, is still a type of strength check. So that means there's a lot more play involved here. This eliminates much of the randomness of the 20-sided dice for those of you who were concerned that you might roll a 1 or a 2 on your strength check, and yet you had such a good modifier or such a good athletics skill, and yet it didn't seem to equate to getting you a decent result. Now that's going to be flattened out completely. Hopefully at this point, the lowest check you can make is going to be a 20 if you built up your strength score. And honestly, at this point, I would expect you to have pimped out that Barbarian. Their career should have expanded. You have had more than enough time to get your strength score to the maximum of 20. Provided that you haven't been pushing all of your improvements into feats rather than increasing your strength, which would be silly because the Barbarian really focuses so much of their class features on strength, and not maxing that out as soon as you possibly can would be a little bit foolish. But we're at 18th level. 18th level, you definitely should have a strength score of 20. Okay. So now I want to sort of quickly go through some applications to using Indomitable Might. And these are the following applications that I see in the game. And they are a better chance of using the shove action. So better chance of being able to knock your opponent or foe prone or pushing them backwards. Now you can push an enemy who is small or medium backward or prone, but you can also push prone or backward a large size creature. So even though this giant here, what is it? It's supposed to be a hill giant, but it's large size, it's the older miniature. Let's call it an ogre for just for this example here, while they're in the wilds. The Barbarian makes their check, even if you roll pretty poorly, and at this point a strength check +5 if you have a 20 for your score, and if you're using athletics to do the push, which you normally do, then you'll get your proficiency modifier. Even if you roll really low, and of course I roll a 20, even if you roll really low and you don't get 20, now you can take that score, replace it with your strength score, and that is what's going to be the result for your check. So pushing them down, so the prone is always good, or pushing them back. Prone is better. I feel like prone is better because shoving an enemy prone will give you advantage on your next attack, provided it's a melee attack or melee attack, and it will also give your allies a chance, provided they get a chance to act before the giant or the ogre gets back up. They get to have advantage on melee attacks. Really good, awesome feature for the game. The other real helpful aspect to Indomitable Might and those skill checks using athletics or the strength check, and that is your improved ability to use the grapple check. So grapple actions are going to work. So a lot easier to stop an enemy from moving away if you're successful with a grapple, and you're using athletics to perform that grapple. So yet again, you can use Indomitable Might, and you can drag them around to a location you need them to be at, or you can make sure that they stay put, that they don't move away. Very, very helpful. Also too, if you get grappled yourself, breaking out or escaping from a grapple is going to be much easier. There's a much higher chance of being successful. So as I've said, when you make a strength check, you can also apply this to athletics checks, because it's a type of strength check, because they are interconnected. Okay, the shove, the grapple, the escape, all interconnected with the strength check and the athletics check. Okay, that covers pretty much everything. If you have questions, start firing them up there. If you liked the video, found it useful or informative in any way, then share and like the video. If you're not already subscribed and you like this sort of content, then please subscribe, and also hit the bell button to be notified when I am live and when I publish a new video. If you want to support my channel, then you just supported my channel watching this video right this very second. On top of that, I don't do Patreon, but down in the description you'll find affiliate links where you can buy stuff online. I get a small commission, you pay exactly the same price, and hey ho, when you go through that link, you don't even have to buy the thing that it's linked to. You can buy something else, and I use Book Depository and Amazon. Okay, now if you have questions in the chat box, feedback, questions, put them in the chat box, the live chat box right now before I leave. I will answer questions related to the Dungeon Master or the player, and it doesn't have to be about Indomitable Might or about the Barbarian. I do answer questions outside of that scope. And if you're not part of the live stream, by all means, ask your questions, give your feedback down in the comments section, and I do respond to people's comments. It usually takes me a day or two, just because of the sheer amount of work I'm having to get through, and the fact that I have a full-time job. Okay, and that is it. We are done for today, and till next time, keep rolling those 20s.